Honk.
And once again, the honk shall lead them. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Evernuts. Welcome, everybody, to a Thursday stream. It is the final Thursday. It's the final Thursday of May 2026. May 2026, May 28th, to be exact. And it is a great pleasure to welcome you all into day 5 of Tactical Breach Wizards as we are heading into Act 4 and the end game of this game. Really enjoying Tactical Breach Wizards, another good choice given to us in the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month. So we got more of that going on. Yeah, I am really having fun with it, and I'm looking forward to finishing it because I think after that, the next one up is going to be a little bit of something called 007 First Light. I have heard many good things about it. I am excited to give it a shot. So I'm going to be doing that, I think, as the next game up on the list after we finish this one. Excited to do a little bit of spy stuff, but first excited to get some Tactical Breach stuff done first. So before we get there, just a couple of quick reminders, and then I have one thing I want to mention that's channel-based that you all are going to like, which I've talked a little bit about already. If you have not done so already, please make sure to follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube, and thank you for subscribing there if you haven't. If you haven't, please do so. It's free for you to do that, but really helps us help. Discord is !ArvCord. Excuse me, where you can always hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky is !ArvSky, the microblogging platform of choice right now for me. And the website for this, arvaneleron.com. Financially, !Arv Shop is the merchandise area. !Arv We've gotten a couple of new folks that have jumped on board. Actually, have had about 4 or 5 new people join the Patreon over the last couple of weeks. 3 or 4 of them at the free level, and we had another person jump on at the $5 tier. So please consider jumping on board. You can get unique stuff there. I am going to be making some adjustments to that over the next couple of months and updating it a little bit, but you can get some cool stuff there that is unique to that Patreon. You can do that there. You can also, of course, subscribe to the channel to get those new custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. And speaking of sub badges, you may say to yourself, why am I pausing to talk about sub badges? I'm glad you asked, because I looked about 2 days ago and I noticed that a bunch of new slots have opened up for subscriber badges. The 7.5, the 8-year, the 8.5, the 9, the 9.5, and the 10-year badges slots have all opened up. 10.5 is going to open up in November. And fortunately, Shadowed Mage, who is the maker of all awesome things relating to sub badges in this channel, has done awesome stuff. And I am super pumped up for it because it means that I was able to add a bunch of new things. In fact, we are actually good, I think, all the way until about the 12 or 12.5 year mark. So I am super excited for that. So if you take a look at, you will see that we have some new things. For example, Triffid right now, I believe, not Triffid, sorry, and not, I think, Echo either, because that's only 5-6 months. But if you look at, where was I looking? Nonstop. If you look at Nonstop, you will see 8 years, 9 months that Nonstop is sporting the new 8.5. That is the dark brown badge. And then at the 9-year mark, we'll get another color upgrade too. So we have a whole bunch of new quills that we've got coming to you. So new subscriber badges on the way, or here, not even on the way. They're available as of right now as we speak. We are full up on emote slots. If we get more sub points and sub numbers and everything else, then we'll go to that next stage. But we are full up on those thanks to the amazing Tari tunes. So right now you get a lot of cool stuff to use on the Twitch side of things. Plus you get inspirations to help our tabletop players, which is important given what it was that some of them just went through in the last few sessions based on a lot of exciting tabletop play. So please join us for those. If you haven't already done so, consider supporting us on the publishing side. !Icarus, my graphic novel from Mathis Arts. !Library, that's my Tales and Tomes in the Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And !Greyshade, it's my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, award-winning, critically acclaimed, available at that link from Mathis Arts. You can also get the audiobooks of Greyshade Renegade and Heretic available at that link from our very own Trent Sparks. And if you haven't already done so, you can also consider checking out and pre-ordering the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade coming from our very own Brandon O'Brien, who you might have Bernstein GMing awesomely for the Scientists this past Monday, and the new Gray Shade tabletop game coming out from him and Alligator Alley. Very excited for that. And as always, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And send the message. We'll do so for others in that situation in the future. Also, much love to the people of Minnesota, specifically Minneapolis, people of Memphis, other people across the country fighting and winning against federal occupation and invasion. The tide is turning, y'all, but we got to stay with it. We got to make sure that we register to vote, get out to vote, but also continue to support each other in our communities everywhere we can. Hey, what's up, Tim Coolidge? Good to see you, Tim. So that's the deal with that. I'm going to get rid of the, nope, not that one. I'm going to get rid of that. That's what I meant to do. I'm going to turn on that. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. I had a reasonably productive day today getting some stuff done. I also did a bit of background reading of doing my reread of the Dragonlance novels in preparation for the launch, which will be coming up sometime in the next couple of months. We will have our post-mortem episode of Eberron, Oracle of War, and then we will have our session 0.5 of the Dragonlance campaign, and then we'll launch officially, fully with the Dragonlance campaign coming up with session 1. That'll be happening in the next couple of months, I would imagine. And featuring Shadow of the Dragon Queen. So I had a chance to read through those. I'm rereading the books. I read like 9 of the Dragonlance books back in the 80s, and I might have read them all the way into the early 90s, like 91, 92. But obviously it's been a while, so I've been reading the books again. And my reaction to them is that they are definitely a product of the 80s. I would not call them deathless prose. And oh my God, the treatment of women is not great. However, that's the 80s, 40 years ago. However, and that will not be reflected in the campaign that we're going to run. But there is, I have to say, there is a kind of compelling quality to those books, which are the same reason that they appealed to me when I was a kid. Now, they are not the Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings is, in my opinion, deathless literature, and the Lord of the Rings still holds up. So I would not put them there, but I do remember having been affected, like remembering particular scenes and elements of it, and that still sort of manages there. Great characters. Yeah, that's right. I think so. And of course, if you're a D&D fan of any kind, it was great to be able to actually see the D&D kind of getting rolled out. And there's some cool world building going on there too, right? Like it wasn't just, kind of weird fantasy tropes, but it is kind of fantasy tropey. That said, it was fun to be able to read through those. I'm up to, I'm now, about, I guess, a quarter of the way into Dragons of Winter Dawning, is it? It's Autumn Twilight. I think it's Winter Dawning, it's Winter. It might be Winter. All right, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to take a look on my Kobo reader, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Winter Night. Yes, so it was Dragons of Autumn Twilight, Dragons of Winter Night, and then the third book in the Chronicles is Dragons of Spring Awakening, which would later become a famous Broadway musical starring Michelle Ray. Just kidding. That's not actually true. So I had a chance to do that. Those are going to be the 3 that I'm going to read. I don't need to read the others. Like there's more. There's basically 6 that are sort of considered part of canonically good ones. Those 3, and then the 3 after about the twins and stuff like that. Yeah, Winter Night. The 3 after that. So I'm going to read more of those. And it's going to be fun to actually play something in this world. I am excited to do it. I think it'll be a good thing for the Infinity and Beyond crew. I'm not going to say that it's, quote, a break, because it's not like super humorous, while Eberron was not that way, but it's not going to be level 1 to 20. Will be a while before I do a level 1 to 20 campaign. I was glad we did it. Don't get me wrong. Very pleased that we did it, but also I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm glad that we did the 1 to 20, but I think we're good on that score now, to be honest with you, because there's trying to land that plane, trying to make sure that we tie up enough loose ends and do all that stuff. There's a little bit of a high degree of difficulty of that, to be honest with you. So, yes, but it is a lifetime achievement. I always wanted to run a campaign in Eberron. I've done that. I always wanted to run a level 1 all the way up to level 20, and I did that. And I feel very good about that. And I feel great that the players really leaned into it as much as they did, and it went really well. But anyway, so I was doing some of that. I was doing that because I was sitting today in jury duty. I had jury duty today, and it was too bad too, because I was the place where I live here in Southern Connecticut. So I went to this period. I had gotten the notice for it that was in, like, I don't know, February or something, and I'm like, nope, got a semester, defer please. So I deferred to this time. And because I figured it was after ArvCon, it was before all the summer stuff really gets underway. It's before it's going to interfere with any graduations of the kids. It's before any trips, right? So that's fine. And so they were like, all right, so we're going to do this thing. I was like, okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. They're like, we're going to do this thing. And so the trial itself will start on June 16th, and it would run until probably about July 1st. And they were like, does anyone have an issue with the schedule? And I'm like, this guy, because this guy is going to be leaving to fly out to the West Coast, to San Francisco for Roleplay by the Bay, and then to Seattle before returning home, and then going immediately to ReaderCon in Boston, where I'm going to be on some panels and doing a reading. And so I am going to be basically out of commission, at least as far as the East Coast is concerned. I'm going to be out of commission on that basically from June 25th all the way until about July 17th. So unless you want to bring me in on a Zoom call to, be a juror, afraid I can't do that. And they were like, oh, well, we wouldn't make you cancel, that's fine. And so you're excused. So I'm excused. And so I don't have to worry about this for another 3 years. But I feel bad because, like, I don't go out of my way to try to get out of, trials. And I would have sat on this and I would have been like, I think the system, as flawed as the justice system is, as flawed as the jury system is, it's the worst system except every other system. Honestly, like, I think it's a system that actually is vaguely functional in a way that no other system can be functional in the same fashion. So I'd be happy to, do my part and do my civic duty, but I can't do that if I'm going to actually be in San Francisco at the same time. So unfortunately, I was not able to get there. But at least I was brought in, though, to the courtroom. I literally went into the courtroom and I was sitting there, and they swore me in, like I had to swear the oath and the whole bit. So at least I got closer, and that's the second time I've been that close. The first time they actually asked me some questions, this is years and years ago when I was still living in Brooklyn, before I was even starting to stream, and they asked me some questions about what my profession was and what my wife did, and I was like, I'm a university professor, I'm an author, and they're like, and what does your wife do? I'm like, she's a social worker. This is before she was a therapist. And they were like, okay, thanks. And they were just like, nope, we don't want, listen, you know how woke that guy's going to be? Like, his wife's a freaking social worker. He's a university professor and a writer. We don't need any commies on our jury. I mean, they didn't say any of that, but it was very funny. I was just sort of like, okay. So that was not going to work. Streams from that date until Homebound. Yeah. Hotel Eleron. Yeah. So that was very funny. But I had been summoned a couple times since then, but I had never actually been even like in a position to get on a jury. Like, they had they had wanted to bring me into the big room. And I sat in the big room once. There was one time, I think, when the judge brought me in, and I was going to be going to ReaderCon this when I was living in the Bronx, and they were like, well, this isn't going to work schedule-wise, and then they excused me. And then there were a couple times I was invited since I moved here. I've been here 5 years now. A couple of times when I've been brought up, and then they called me, or rather I called the day before. You're supposed to call the day before, and they were like, my name wasn't there. Like, no, we don't need you for this. So then you're off the hook again. So this time I was called. They brought me in. They had us they were going to seat us on the jury, and there you go. So anyway, I ended up doing some writing and I ended up doing some reading. So it was okay. It ended up being a pretty productive day. And it took me, I guess I got there at 8:30 in the morning, and I was officially released from duty as of like 3:30. So it was about 7 hours, with an hour for lunch break in there. And okay, that's fine. Like, that's my civic duty, whatever. but it was just I was like, man, missed it by this much. Like I would have done it. I would have been fine, but so. Anyway, but now we're all done with that sort of thing. And so we are moving into end of year celebrations for the kids. My son has a program, like an outdoor program that he goes to, which is like kind of a forest school thing that he does once a week. And so they're having an honoring ceremony for some of the kids who've been there for a while. He's been there for a few years. So that's going to be happening tomorrow. My daughter is going to her senior prom tomorrow. Senior prom, going with friends tomorrow. So that's the thing that she's doing. So we're moving ahead, and then obviously next week it's June, and so we have graduations. My son graduating from 4th grade, and my daughter graduating from high school, and then taking her gap year, and then off to Vassar College. So a lot of stuff going on over the next few weeks, and we've got stuff going on in this channel as well. We're going to have a lot of things happening over June and July. Now I have to warn you all, especially this summer. There's going to be a lot happening. Obviously, we have the San Francisco thing, Roleplay by the Bay. I've talked about that. I will talk more about that, especially next week, and then as we get closer to it, that I'm doing with myself and Zach Clay. And again, I will be out there out in the West Coast for a few weeks. Then when I come back from that, I'm going to be doing ReaderCon in Boston. I'm going to try to stream from ReaderCon, but just again, as a warning, it'll be a little bit up in the air. And then when I get back from that, it'll be about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks of normalcy, and then I go to Gen Con for a week and a half or so, for I guess about 8-9 days probably, and then I get back from that, and then I sort of am sort of normal for a few days, and then we get into the fall semester, and then things settle down a bit. I have CanCon in October, but I'll have a little bit of a break before that happens. So it's going to be a little bit up in the air this summer. So you got to stay with it by being on my Discord, by checking out Blue Sky, and if you can do those things by checking out the calendar on my Twitch page, and if you can do all that stuff, then you will get keyed in to whatever changes may be made. So that's what's going on with that, but I'm looking forward to all of it. But next week should be fairly chill, and I'm looking forward to that quite a bit also. And so with no further ado, let's get over and get some playing of Tactical Breach Wizards, which I really have enjoyed the humor of. I really liked the sense of humor in this game, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of how that plays out. And we'll see. We're in the middle of Act 3. I want to say, not actually, no, I shouldn't say that. We're about 2/3 of the way through Act 3, and then Act 4 is the final act. So one thing we need to do first, though, is we need to do the dream sequence. A new dream sequence opened. The reason is because that dream sequence opens up new possibilities and like things for you and perk points and stuff, and you really need those. They really help out a lot in later mainstream sessions. So we're definitely going to do that for this too. So here we go, and I'm happy to answer any questions for those who have questions about Tactical Breach Wizards. Happy to answer those if anyone has them. Continue. Yes. Right, dream training. That's what I need to do is escalation. I want to check something. Wait a minute. Rushwater Dreams. Have I not done any of these? This is weird. I thought I did some of these. I don't know that I understand. That's that, yeah. That's where I am. So I'm a little bit over halfway, yeah. But I don't... I'm going to get out of this if I can. No, I did this. Back to hub. Okay. I did this. Yep. Okay. I did this one. All right, so that must mean... So let me check the one that's close to this one. Did I do this one? Judas Priests. Cute. Cute. Yes, I did this one too. Okay. Lovely. This is the first time I've actually had an option as to whether to do it or not. Otherwise, they just started you by having you try it. So we're going to do this one. Escalation. Let's do it. It was all a dream. Okay. Oh my gosh. Knock out all enemies. 10 left. Finish with all team members at full health. Don't seal any doors before the end of turn 2. What the frick? Oh man, the problem here is that I've got this guy, this stupid priest. All right. Okay. Finish with all team members at full health. Not gonna be able to broom breach here. So if I go here. If I can do it at full health, though... Okay, so maybe it's not you. Maybe Doll... Okay. And then... Okay. So there's that. Once per turn, if it hits your target, action is refunded. Okay. So that guy is no longer going to be able to hit us whenever we shoot him. That's going to be very useful. Oh no, candy beans. What's up, Chef Leandro? Yes, it's a little bit XCOM-y. It's definitely got some XCOM vibes. It is also a little bit of sort of Shadowrun feeling to it as well. I find it a lot less irritating than XCOM, I have to say. Okay, so this. Okay. Okay. All right. Take cover. Okay, so far so good, I think. Oh, she can still move. Oh, well. Well. Okay, we're sealing the door. I don't care about her stupid, whatever. And now I can swap out again. All right, I'll come back to that. All right, so for this one, and good to see you, Chef Leandro. Let's see if I can move. Wait, no. Rewind. Because if I can go here. Okay, this guy's going to be in big trouble if I don't do something, so... Can I move here? Okay. My false prophet will now fire the main attack at a nearby target before expiring. So... I don't love that. False prophet won't get me all the way there. I think probably what I need to do... What if I swap there? Okay, what if I time boost you? And I chain bolt. Okay. Still can't get that guy safe. All right, what's it all going to look like when in... What's that all going to look like? 4C. I mean, that's awfully good. Okay. All right, what if I... Can I go here? And then swap... No, I don't love that. Okay. Man. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Chain bolt, chain bolt. Okay. Did that help at all? Maybe? No, this is not, I did this wrong. I did this wrong. Okay. So. Doll is there. All right. So first of all, you. Chain bolt. Here. 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 Okay. They're all going to run. They're all going to charge. I don't love it. Okay. And then... No, I did that wrong. Need to go here. I don't like any of this. Do not like it. There are two more of these guys coming. Okay. Rewind. Can I rewind? Can I move instead here? And 3-bolt burst you. Yes. And then predictive bolt here. And then can I have you move All right, let me wait on you. Can I move here? Charge to you. Predictive bolt. Can I charge to you again? No, it's just going to kill her off. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's going to let one left, and then... That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough, because if I do any of these things, Zan's going to get hit a lot. All right, let me see what happens. Nope, that doesn't work. That definitely doesn't work. God damn it, man. No, I need to get these... I need to get people out of here. Nope, rewind, rewind, rewind. Okay, and then predictive bolt. Wait, rewind. Rewind again. We come here. Fire at you. Kill you. Alright, then predictive bolt you. Then... Can't quite kill him. But I can come here. No, no, that's not going to work either. God, man, this is... God damn it. All right, I'm going to have to do what I was doing originally, which is... Oh, and then I can get out of here, maybe. What if I do this? No, then Zan gets hit. Oh, but what if I aim the predictive bolt the other way? Wait a minute. Okay, so wait. What if I do the predictive bolt, but I do it this way? And that means now I move you here. Move you here. Okay. And then you come up here. Charge into you. Yep. And then I come here. Now what? Okay. Yes, indeed. So in that situation, no one gets hit. I mean, this guy gets hit, but none of my guys get hit. What's up, Shadowed? 88 Fahrenheit? 100 the hottest. Oh, my God. Yeah, for us, it dropped back down to sort of rational again. It was sort of low 70s, basically, Fahrenheit today. So that was not too bad. That one is closed. Definitely don't want that freaking thing in there. Okay. So... okay, grab the intel, which means I can go... 1... No, which means I can go... Chain bolt means I can go here. Okay. And now you can go... Chain bolt. Chain bolt. No. Can go chain bolt, chain bolt, chain bolt. Okay. Do you bleed? You will. Okay. This guy's gonna be a dead man. Well, I could, of course, predictive bolt here. I don't know if that's going to do anything now. All right. If I move here and then then I go here. Okay. So what that does here, 51% humidity, 4:34 in the morning, 6.8 Celsius. That's like 8 million Fahrenheit, right? Okay, I got one more guy coming out here. This guy's gonna die, though. Okay. Okay, he did get shot with some, so that was good. Did get shot with some. Okay, this riot block has been doing great in keeping this dude out of the way. Let's see. So... charge. No, that doesn't work. At least I don't think that works. No. And then... No, I don't like that either. But what I can do there then is... Now I can charge here. Which means that saves Doll. Now for you... Wait. Wait a minute. Can I shoot you from here? Let me try that. Can I do that? No. Nope, doesn't work. So instead, if I... go like this, then static blast you here. No. Rewind, 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 rewind. Oh, wait, that gives me mana, though. Oh, that's interesting. I forgot that those give me mana. So, if I do this... means still nobody gets hit. She's safe. Zan is safe. She's still safe. That's my false prophet. That's fine. Okay. I love it. I thought that guy was already done. Oh, frickin'. All right. I did not realize that was another guy. I do not like the Riot Priests at all, incidentally, in case anyone was unclear. Okay. Now, can I move you? In such a way... Okay. Okay. Move over here. Okay. Still gonna get hit by that, though. That's unfortunate. Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. What if I go here? No, rewind. What if I go here? Oh, that's terrible. Yeah. Means I'm not going to get full health back, which sucks, but... That's okay, though. I don't get full health back, but... Okay. Now, if I set up a predictive bolt to go here, and then if I set you to move and go here, means you should get shot at that point. Then I just have to figure out about how to save Doll. Let's see. If I bring you here, and I charge... No, rewind. What if I move you here? Rewind. Rewind! Rewind! Okay. No. No, it doesn't work. I'm being too smart. Have I destroyed the factory yet? Which factory are we talking about here, Echo? Which factory are we speaking of? Man, this one's going to be tough. Because she's going to... Can't do that. That's going to be... All right. So... Doesn't work because if I save her, then I lose Zan, so that's not going to work. So instead, what if I move here? What if I charge? Okay, and then what if I swap with and then I charge here. Okay. And then I move her. No. There. My predictive bolt here. Yeah, let's go. That's how we do it. Okay. Now I've only got one guy left that's on this side. Doesn't the cheese provide enough of a hint? It has been a long week, so I will say it does not provide enough of a hint. Sorry. I don't know what you're speaking about. Oh, looky. Well. Okay. Good, lovely. Now, all I have to do is to lower the block height. The block height, rather. Zoop. Oh, the Cheesecake Factory. I beg your pardon. Yes, I have, in fact, consumed my cheesecake piece. It was delicious. All right, you notice how this guy now is completely out of luck? Can't do anything. But he can do the lower the block height thing. What a damn shame. Kaboom. That's how we do it. Yeah, I didn't get the advanced stuff, but whatever, I don't care. Okay, knock out all enemies, 4 left. Meanwhile... Don't love that. Okay. I like that. Grab the intel. Okay. So now... Can I move as far as I can move? It's unfortunate. If I do this... Ah, man, it's so tough because I can't put this here. I mean, I can put it there, I guess, but I don't have any way of getting him over there, I don't think. Can I put it? All right, what if he moves over here? Yeah, I don't love that. Okay. Okay. So... Still have Rabid Bite. Nope. Wow, man. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's see. God, more of these Chapel Shepherds. Chapel Shepherds suck! Ugh. Ugh. Bluch. Bluch. Do not like it. See, transference on me. Now, Spectral Skull. Oh. Okay, so I didn't have to worry about transferring it. Great. Okay, now... No, that's not going to work. It's the right idea. It's the right idea, but... Go up here. Yeah, no, it's not great. Okay, that kills him. He can't get to me. They can't get to me. Perfect. I like what I see. Actually, wait. Can I do anything else? Can I also Brittling Dart you? I can. I have Brittling Darted you. Outstanding. Okay. That takes care of all those. So now I still have this guy. Okay. Shoot. Okay, and then you put transference on you. And now you shoot you. Oh, wait. Rewind. Choose a target to protect. Choose a target to get hit instead. Okay. Now, you shoot Brittling Dart at this guy. Okay, so now he's dead. He's very brittle. That's what I like to see. You run over here. Great. All right, still got 3 of those enemies left. Okay. I love it. He won't get attacked now. No, that's not going to work. Can't do that. No, it's not going to work. I need to get away from this guy. Grab the intel. There's a lot more. I've noticed in this game there's a lot more kiting of these levels lately, which I'm certainly not complaining about. Yeah, because I have to grab the intel before I can do that. Can I move here? And then... No, it doesn't work because I need the mana. So grab intel. No, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Does not work. Okay, I may have to be patient. So I gotta be patient, is what that means. Because right now, nothing bad is going to happen to me. Okay. Steal mana. No, rewind, rewind, rewind. Don't steal mana. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. Move you around here. You, on the other hand... Okay. What? Behind... Come on, man. Really? Bro. Okay. And then, can you steal mana? Okay. It's not the fastest mission of all time, but... Can still hit me there, huh? Wow, man. Can still hit me. Okay. Good. Okay. Pick up the intel. Well, well, well. Look who doesn't have his cute little guy to help him out anymore, does he? Bye-bye. There we go. Yeah, I need a little bit of patience. Yeah, that's fine. All right, these are just the dream missions to get these things. Oh, it's turn 1. Survive until turn 4. I don't like the survival missions. Okay, so okay. That's not going to work. That exposes me too much. Don't want to be exposed. Know what I'm saying, chat? Don't want to be exposed. If we move... I really wish I could fight and then move instead of having to... Actually, no, you can do that now that I think of it. Get out of the way of that. And take cover. Okay, I love it. Nobody got hit yet. I hit anybody with this? That was awesome. Also awesome. Okay. I love it. I love it. Can I go here? Can I static blast this? Which I'm only doing to get mana. Oh, it didn't destroy them. Whoops. It's a lot of the Broom Breach stuff. And then I... Oh, wait. I could still move. That's very useful. Can I go here? Seal the door. Oh, well, let me take cover, though. Okay. I don't love that. It's close, but it's not quite what I need. Because they won't shoot a dog, so I can stay there. Take cover. Okay. So now... Boy, I could really use a chain bolt. Okay, so... Hurling dart. Hurling dart. Oh. That's not gonna work. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So, she can go... No, rewind, rewind. So, this is what we do. We Brittling Dart you. Static Blast you. Should kill him off. Yep. Then... we move here. Got one more Broom Breach left. So I move you here. Move you here. Brittling Dart. Brittling Dart. Take cover. And you... come here. Hey, what's up, Zach? How are you, man? Yeah, this is a really interesting tactical game. And there's a lot going on with it. But we did it. This is just a dream sequence, but this sequence will help me get stuff. Complete every level in a dream training mission. I think that I thought that gave me something. Oh, maybe it doesn't give me anything and I got confused. God bless America. I can't remember. Okay, so she's got that outfit. She's got the best outfit. You should be following, by the way, Zach. Because it has wizards in the name. Well, it doesn't hurt. It certainly won't hurt. Okay. He's already got the best thing. Yeah, I don't like any of that. I like what he's already got. She needs 3 more so she can get that, because that's obviously the best outfit. I don't like either of these. But I guess I need to get one of them so I can get this Ascender thing. That's dumb. That's dumb. But that right there, I need one more confidence. Because, oh my goodness, sign me up for that. It's got a little bit of an Interstate 76 vibe about it, too. It just strikes me. So. Right? So I love this. I love the White Witch one. I like this outfit that he's already got. I dig that. This is whatever. That's whatever. That's fine. That's boring. But that right there. This is the one that I'm the most like, No. Feels too Mad Maxy to me. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't know what that is, though. This guy, this dumb. This right here. That's where it's at. That is what I need, let me tell you. All right, so we're going to move on in the mission to the next part of the story mission. This is insane. The hubris of it is making my head spin. The hubris fits, but I didn't read Liv as having nation-building aspirations. No, this must come from Gadden. He was spouting something about a new global nation when he took Reactor public. I've texted Liv for a meet. I have to try and talk her out of this. I'm sorry, what? I know it's a risk, but our history might be the only shot at triggering some kind of reality check. And my foresight... Zan, you have her number? Well, it's an old one, and I don't know if she'll even... Ding! Okay, no, she got it. She's in. You've had her number this entire time? Yeah, I mean, we were close. Zan, we've been hunting this woman across half the southern hemisphere and scratching our heads about her motives. And you could have just phoned her? I didn't think she'd take my call. Worth, like, trying, though, do you think? I also didn't entirely think of it till now. Oh, my God, Zan. Anyway, the meat's solid. Private space in a public place. I've got blackout... Oh, I don't need reassuring about your safety, man. You go have fun with your bestie. Ouch. Okay, that was a bit much. Do be safe. Just don't talk to me for a bit. Understood. Should I tell you how it goes? Sure, send me a fucking text. Vesker. Kennedy. So Ryan told you the plan. Turns out dead men do tell tales if you bring a necromancer. It really is, Geister. How are you? Jazzed for you, but you missed your chance to stop it. You have to know this can't work. Why not? You and I removed regimes stronger than metals with half the resources we have at Reactor. You can seize a building. You can't seize a people. We're seizing every building the country's run from. We don't need to seize the people. You think Metallans are just going to sit back and let you turn their country into a war machine? I don't care where they sit. They can't stop us building the most powerful military on the planet, and they'll thank us once they have that guarding their country. Seriously? In the history of invaders who said, they'll thank us, how many do you think actually... Hey! Sorry. Sherbert. Hey. Oh, what are you doing? Are you back there, Ganesh? You dippy. What's going on, you? Hmm? Yeah, Mr. Dip. Yeah, you're a dip. You ready? These cats. Sherbert, you best not go back up there again. It really is a tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I do like the writing of this. And by the way, how on point is this at the moment, right? Who said they'll thank us? How many do you think actually got thanked? I don't care. We're not doing it for gratitude. We're doing it because someone has to. Come on, Zan. You know you're not going to win a strategy debate with me. Ask me what... What is the deal? Hey! Sherbert. What? We decided on having feline monsters our own faults. Oh, no, I know. He's a great cat. Oh, he's getting ready. He's getting ready to charge. He's getting ready to charge to do something. He's now decided to bolt down the office stairs. Anyway, as I was saying, how on point is this right now? Ask me what you really came to ask me. Does it matter to you on any level that this is wrong? She sighs heavily. You always did struggle with a bigger picture. How many times on how many ops did we break heads to stop a larger threat? You more than me. I was better, true. But this is the same equation. It just has more zeros on the end. Mana can make anyone a super soldier, almost on my level. Metal has veins of it running miles below the ground. It's a world-ending threat, just waiting to fall into the wrong hands. And Metal would be the wrong hands for Metal's resources. Come on, Zan, it's a tin pot country. Before the DSR stepped in, there was a different junta in charge every time I took a piss. Each time a new set of extremists got the keys to the mana mines, the Southern Hemisphere plays another round of regime roulette. Ooh, regime roulette. Good line. And we're running out of empty chambers. You do know it took your beloved DSR 50 years and 3 civil wars before they cobbled together what passes for democracy there, right? Metal only formed 30 years ago, and it's been invaded by foreign powers 6 times already, one of which you personally helped execute. We helped execute. I didn't forget. Stopping the next one is how I start to atone. Good for you. But none of your excuses about the state of Metal change the urgency of the threat we have to stop. Your concern that someone might militarize Mana would look a lot more noble if you weren't working for the company that just militarized Mana. Oh, Reactor didn't invent this tech. We stole it. From who? Command never told you. You still don't know who we were there to grab on that cargo ship? The Jadasa job? No, they clammed up right after they dishonorably discharged me for it. That kid was Subject Zero for Monotech. The Druid Mafia figured out how to load him up with more craft than a senior's hobby night. What? What? Load him up with more craft than a senior's hobby night? Wait, I let you get taken just so the DSR could steal a human experiment from the Mafia? Excuse me? I am sorry, for what that's worth. I don't know if it counts for anything now, but I've been waiting 2 years to tell you that. Letting you down that night was the hardest choice I've ever had to make, but I had to save the kid. Zan. What? You do know you let that kid die. Come on, Liv, that's not going to work. You seriously don't remember? I was there, Liv. I saved that kid. God, Zan, is your head really that effed? You're remembering foresight instead of reality. I'm sure you saw yourself save him. I'm sure you played it out in your head every way you could. This is interesting. But when it came to it, you just froze. Hesitate, panic, or freeze. Feel every... This is really cool, because these are sort of the submission things, like the different, like, these are the requirements that you have. And so it's doing that as if it's like, think about this. End career. Accomplish nothing. Foresee your failure. Regret. Feel everything. What? I don't understand what it's asking me to do. I couldn't let you down. And yet, I couldn't fail the mission. I never asked you to. I couldn't make the call. Starting to come back, isn't it? You let me get taken and you let that kid die. You did nothing. That's very interesting. Very cool. You thought I was mad at you for choosing the kid? I wish you'd save the kid. The DSR would have proof the Mana threat was real. They could have moved on it. Instead, you got their best agent captured, a critical human asset killed, and the only thing you brought home in one piece was your own sorry ass. Starting to see why you got discharged? Where were you taken that night? Some rickety shithole on the North Coast. It was almost funny, like putting a panther in a bird cage. I clipped 4 interrogators before they figured out they were never going to touch me. How did the tech end up with Reactor? They got wind of the Zan Vesker disaster hour, and they did what the DSR should have done in the first place. A unilateral raid on every known mafia front on the Medellin coast. They got all the research, captured the shrub loads of work, it neutralized non-essential personnel, and broke me out when they found me. And that was enough to sign you? Not the jailbreak. I was a day from busting out either way. It was the objective. They're the only ones who took the Mana threat seriously, and they had a plan to control it. The metal coup. A half-assed version of it. They were going to install a puppet regime and call it independence to buy some protection on the global stage. It was my idea to nix everyone else's mono reserve and then say F the global stage. Christ. You are perfect for each other, I'll give you that. You can't expect me to just believe this. It's okay, man. You'll have a lot of time to adjust while you're crying into a bottle back at your ma's place. If you think this is going to stop us. Oh, your little clown crew? They're already dead. Bullshit. Clipped them myself 15 minutes ago, the moment you walked out the door. I'm sure you thought of every way I might try to kill you tonight. Always watching the ball, missing the cups. I'm never going to kill you, Zan. You're too easy to outplay. Go home to your corpses. I've got a country to take. You've got funerals to arrange. Wow. This is good. This is pretty good right here. Rebel hideout 15 minutes earlier. Looks like the rats found your tunnels, doll. Oh, there's rats. Recon says Kennedy's here. Oh, shit. If only any of us saw this coming. All team members must reach the green zone. Try to take down Liv Kennedy. I mean, it's worth a shot. Jesus. She can attack 3 times during a turn, moves many times she likes to get a clear shot. 50 death clones. Ow. So you're automatically going to lose somebody. Oh no, all team members must reach. Oh, well, I mean... There. What does this try to take down Liv Kennedy, man? I got to the green zone. Ow. Okay. Ah, for fuck's sake. Kennedy might be immortal. Little trick I learned from Zan. Perfected. Okay, screw this. We need to run. When Liv dies, she creates a clone to cheat death, and she comes back tougher. She could do this an absurd number of times, so killing her is a non-starter. Great. That's great. Yeah. Woo. All right, so Liv's immortal now, and she can kill any of us almost immediately. Ideas? It's only really a problem if I die. True, if you survive somehow, you could res us after. Oh, I just meant you matter less. We're kind of backed into a corner here, and I don't think she's going to leave till we're all dead. Not to dogpile, but there's another issue. What? That's a 5-inch steel door. She can breach those. Interesting. Find a way to ensure Banks will survive. There's no way to stop Liv from killing everyone here, and there's no conventional way to escape. Good luck. Ugh. Find a way to ensure Banks will survive. Okay, Banks, I've got an idea, but you're not going to like it. Oh, God, what? Fancy a short, dark vacation? This is what I was thinking. Oh, I am absolutely not doing that. I don't see another way. Oh, except that I messed that up, though. I need to put to death's door here. You're not going to like it. Yep. That's the only way to do it. Get her into there, and then it's fine. It should be fine. I wonder if there is actually a way to win this. I don't see that there would be, like, a normal way to win it. I don't think there would be. 47 clones. Mm-hmm. Doing a pretty good job on this. 47 clones, yeah. Just absolutely no way to beat this. Which is why we did the thing we did, you know, so, like... That was dumb. That was also dumb. It's not what I meant to do. Okay. There goes down. There goes one of them down. We got rid of like 7 clones. Yeah, really. No kidding. I don't know if there's any benefit to just like not dying immediately, but with this, but yeah. Okay. Amateurs. I'm looking forward to it, actually. For sure. Everyone else killed. Find a way to ensure banks will survive. Complete. Wow. So this is like the classic invade the rebel headquarters. Death's Door. Huh. Always wonder what was inside one of these. My corpse, apparently. Hey. Hey. Nope. Oh my god. Sharp suit. Thanks, it's Ben Getty. I know. So what brings you here? Toss-up. Dead, dreaming, or I took too much... Oh god. Diphenhydramine? You? Pushed into a death's door? Shit. Your own? Yeah. I'd avoid that. Special circumstances. I bet. Should we? Clear the room? Yeah. This is crazy. This is wild, actually. Cyberdeck of Shadowrun. Yeah, it's got that vibe, yeah. I love the music for this, by the way. Thought it would... Thought that would suck him in. I thought that was... Nope, nope. Rewind. Amazing. That's great. Could still please Death's Door here? Okay. Okay, so hang on just a second. Right, so you... No. You. Can you... Death's Door here. And can you sedative cocktail this guy? No. It's tough. It's tough. So... You, Death's Door, you. Right. No, you. Can you Death's Door you? And Jen, can you... You don't have any more Death's Doors. You don't have any more Death's Doors. She's going to be dead. So this isn't going to work. No, this is not going to work. Not going to work. I need to get Banks... Can I even get to you there? Oh, you can get to Death's Door there. Okay, that's useful. So, let's get Death's Door there. Alright, you... Hmm. That's Zan. Okay. And then let's see. Can you... Okay. Love it. Yep. Oh my god, I love False Prophet so much. The power of False Prophet, baby. Yeah. That's fine. False Prophet. Okay. And Banks. You could get the hell out of Dodge. That'd be great. Hey, let's go. Oh my goodness. If it isn't a Catabasis appearance. What is up, Cata? Oh my goodness. Happy 2026, man. I have not seen you for quite a while. I hope you were doing well as well. So Cata, for those, I've talked about this before, but Cata is basically how I got into streaming in the first place many moons ago now. Many years ago. And so yeah, Cata was the guy that it was my first time I ever modded for anyone on a Twitch channel was on Catabasis channel and everything, and yeah, a lot has gone down in those years since. Good to see you, man. And yeah, Tilted, and of course Tilted knows Cata very well. Yeah, it's good to see you, man. I hope you're doing okay. Geez Louise, I'm trying to think like so. So I hope life is treating you okay too. Your kid has got to be like streaming my woodworking at some point. 15. Well, you know mine. When I started this, mine was 4, and she is going to be graduating high school. She's going to be graduating high school next month, and then my son, who I did not even have when I first started streaming, when I first knew you, but my son is going to be in 5th grade in the fall. So, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. No, Cat is good. Was good people, good streamers, and it was and it was one of the OGs, like the originals of the old Twitch days back in the day. So, yeah, it's good to see you, man. He's going to become the 5th man. I love it. I love it. Your son's going into 7th next year. Nice. And how's he doing? Daughter's going into 5th. My wife will be teaching 5th. What's up, Craigery? How are you? So how's your son enjoying it, Cata? So, who pushed you? Who did push me? Jen. Who's Jen? You haven't met Jen Kellen? Huh. How old are you? 27. I'm 29. Oh, you look great for 29. Thanks, it's the Jin. It's funny. They're amazing, both kids. Oh, right, that's right. You had 2. Oh, that's super cool, man. Yeah, it has been a real pleasure to watch my eldest growing up, and obviously my youngest too. But my who's getting really into basketball and all this other stuff. But my youngest obviously has longer to go before reaching him. And my daughter, as I said, she's now 18. She turned 18 in January, and she's going to Vassar. She is going to have a gap year coming up, and then the year after that, she's going to be going to Vassar College. So My wife and I are very proud of her. She's done very well for herself. She's a really like good person. Like, she's the light of my life. Good stuff. Yeah, we're excited about her having that opportunity too, because I mean, she's worked very hard, and she wants to be able to do some stuff during that gap year. That's like, she wants to be able to do some acting. She wants to be able to do. She has a part-time job. She's had a part-time job her whole senior year of high school, more or less. But she wants to do more of that. She's got some more writing she wants to do, and some things that like wants to go with me to some stuff that she can't do when she's in school, right? Like something where there's like a weekend thing to go to, but she's got school the next day, and so it doesn't make, so stuff like that. Get her into D&D. Oh, we already did in Tilted. You kidding me? She already has been in D&D. She's been like, she ran a little mini campaign of her own. She had in fact, if Zach is still in chat, I don't know if he is, but she had a character and a campaign that Zach was running. So I have been writing indeed. Yes. I have now grand total of 5 novels. One of them is a graphic novel. So my first novel, The Third Sign, which is what you did the thing for Skyrim for one of the characters in that, Sartax. And then I have, I have that one. Obviously, it was 09, and then I had Icarus was 16, 17, because we redid it. And then the Grey Assassin trilogy, which is a series of dark fantasy books, Grey Shade, Renegade, Heretic. Last book came out 2 years ago. I've got short stories in much places. I got an essay just done in, I don't know if you know Inkle, which is the company that did Around the World in 80 Days, 80 games like that, but I have this here because I ran my charity con last weekend, and so this is one of the prizes, is the Game Narrative Kaleidoscope. So I have an essay in here. So I've been doing I have been doing a lot of writing. I've got a manuscript in progress. I've got another one that's out. I have like a number of planes in the air that I'm trying to land that are like basically just waiting on contracts, and I'm like, come on, let's go. I have a tabletop role-playing game coming out based on Grey Shade, which again, waiting on final art and all that stuff to happen. So that's been going well, although slowly. I would like to, I wish it could accelerate a little bit, but the industry itself is what it is, right? Like, it's the best that you can do with it. But I mean, I feel very good about where, I've arrived in terms of like the sort of general approach to a lot of conventions. I co-ran the writing track at Worldcon in Seattle, the World Science Fiction Convention last year, with a friend of mine, and I have run. Ran co-programming at another thing. I've been doing Gen Con, the Gen Con Writers Symposium for. This year is going to be like my 17th year that I'm going to be involved with it. Just that's one where I go and I do panels and readings and stuff. But yeah. And I'm about to finish. I just finished my 23rd year at St. John's, teaching at St. John's. We have a union fight going on there right now, so that's interesting. And I'm trying to set up working on trying to set up a storytelling center with them, with my college at St. John's, and that seems to be going like that seems promising. We'll see. So yeah. So no, I mean, in general, like, can't complain. It's last 18 months has been rough because of family stuff. My father-in-law passed away last year, and so there was all this stuff about about the will and about about sort of addressing different things that like had to come up as a result of all that. And obviously it had an impact because it was my kid's grandfather. So there was that. So, and we had, we moved into Southern Connecticut about 5 years ago. I'm in a sea captain's home. The house is from 1803 originally. But we had pipes burst over the winter. So we had, a lot of water damage that we're having to fix. And so it's been, last 18 months, like I say, has been tough, but we're getting together, getting through it together as a family, and, managing to more or less maintain our health for the most part, I think, knock on wood. The old house blues. Well, I need your woodworking skills, apparently. So what is this woodworking thing? I don't remember. Were you doing that? I don't remember you doing the woodworking thing back in the day. Were you? And I just don't remember. I don't recall. I've been meaning to get into gin. I actually can't remember the Jin, and I can't tell you why. Recommend the Jin. So why does Jen get to boss us around in 2 years' time? That's not how I would characterize it. We were in a tight spot. We need to fake my death, and this let the mark see me fall into a seething maw of eldritch tentacles. It was actually a semi-smart solution. Oh, she's a crush. What? God, no. She's a... maybe not nemesis. Those slots are full, but she's nemesis adjacent. Yeah, exactly. You've gone native. What does that mean? You've gone native? What does that mean? An aspiring nemesis. You mean you're living on the land? You, like, built your own cabin and, like, all that stuff? Uh-huh, like that's ever stopped us. Shut up and breach, child. Oh my goodness. All team members must reach the green zone. That's... oh, God. All right. Oh, wait. That was dumb. That was dumb. That's not the way to do that. That is not the way to do that. The way you want to do that... okay. The way you want to do that is you got to hit this guy first. Because that way you can get here. Oh, can you not? Really? All right, well. Death's Door. Okay, good, good, good. You've been a life relationship coach for the last 7 years or so. Working from home is nice, but it'd be cool to be a bit more social. Ah, I see what you're saying. A life relationship coach. How did you get into that? That's cool. How did that all go down? Okay, move there. Create that. Okay, yeah. Like what I see. And you go out that way. Okay. Good, good. I like it. And next after my divorce was a therapist, and she thought I'd be good at it. Turns out it's my forever job, and I love it. Wow. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, without getting into details, I know that there was a bunch of stuff going on, and wow. That's wild, though. I mean, I'm really glad. That's awesome that you were able to do that. Okay, and this one... can't Death's Door that. So... okay, so you transference on you. Okay. And then you hits me, which means it hits you. Okay. And now the last thing is... Don't you have transference? Oh. Don't even need to worry about it. That's how we do it downtown. Thank you. Good stuff. How's a fun level? Mainly work with emotionally stuck or stunted men who need help doing the work, kind of like I did a while ago. 10 years ago was a doozy. Yeah, I hear that, man. Are you back in, are you still out in the Pacific Northwest? So tell me about, hang on, do we need to worry about the thug with the M60 over there? Nah, it's fine. They wait their turn. Okay, so tell me about Jen. She's not like us. Bleeding hard. She doesn't see things the way we do in black and white. Oh, is that a reference to this filter? Was I making puns at 27? Why didn't someone execute me? Fuck, no, sorry, I missed that. We haven't knowingly made a pun since that vitreous humor fiasco in med school. Phew. Glad you got connections, though. Crushes, nemesis, friends. Hey, what's up, Dragon? You're still in Portland. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, because you had put down roots there, so I know that, you know, that's cool that you were able to do that. Well, I mean, and these days, you know, God knows there's a lot, we need a lot of work with emotionally stuck or stunted men, to be honest, Caddy. You got to speed it up. If you could do me a favor and just sort of expand it out. Seriously. Good to see you, Dragon. How you doing, man? I'm just talking to Catabasis, who is, you know, the OG. Still got him on my Twitch page as, like, you know, the original inspirer. Marketing feels gross and I hate doing it. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Amen to that. Totally. I get that for sure. Why? Well, I don't know where you're at, but I'm 6 months into executing bleeding gangsters to rewind their corpses all night, and it's done next to nothing for my sex life. Good to know it's not just 2 more years of this. It's 2 more years of this? You can expect about 23 months of a comparable work-life balance. Why? What about our plan? Which one? We were going to use the mafia money to set up a private clinic, run it like an exclusive insurance service. But yeah, I you know, that's the problem, right? Is that it feels like everything for a while was marketing. And getting to the point where you're not doing that and you're actually just like, you know, helping people when you can, doing the work you should, you know, and all that sort of thing. And marketing in a way that feels like it's just more of what you would want to be doing as opposed to sort of to the side of what you're doing, which I think happens too much. That'd be a big deal. I think that would be the helpful part. Slice of life, advice, music, and close-ups of wood getting carved. Listen, I think there's a market for that. I think there are people that be interested in seeing this sort of slice of life, advice, music, close-ups of wood getting carved. It feels like a very chill stream. And Twitch is, you know, as you know, Twitch has come a long way since then, right? Like, I mean, there's just so much breadth in terms of what it offers. It also means that it's a little fractured. It means that there's a lot of competition. It means that, you know, all that. But there's a lot going on with this, to be honest with you, obviously, in terms of different opportunities. You know, I've been able to run the charity convention that I mentioned. We just finished it last weekend, so it's been on my mind. We raised over $5,500 this last time. So we've raised over $45,000 now for Damon Runyon since we started running it about 12 years ago. And, you know, like, on the one hand, that's a drop in the bucket. Like, that's nothing compared to, you know, what an organization like Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation, which is what we raise money for, you know, they can raise millions and millions, but they've kind of adopted us, honestly, because we're the only one who does something like this. Like, we're not doing $500 a plate dinners, right, for fundraisers. We're doing something like this. And so they see it as kind of a morale booster. So that's something which is available, that, and like, I've been able to do union stuff on here. I've been able to do conversations about voice acting and audiobook narration on here. Obviously do stuff to promote my own work, and most of all, build in a community of amazing people. Like, that's all stuff that can still be done on Twitch at some level. So yeah, I did. If viewer count from there now, I'd be set for a job. Well, and it's so funny too, because obviously back in the day, the whole thing was about followers, right? It was about how big your follower count was. And so a lot of the people that kind of got grandfathered in, then, it's a different world now in terms of what they're actually looking for. And supporting the smaller streamer is, I don't know. Not sure that's what they're best at, to be honest. But, so. Absolutely, yeah. I think it would be neat to do something like that, especially if as you're doing it, you're sort of giving advice to people. It would take a little while to build it up, but I don't know why. I don't think it would get in the way of what you're doing anyway, though, right? Like, I think you'd be woodworking regardless, right? And you'd be doing that while also giving advice to people. And so people might get to know it, what you're doing over time. Obviously, you were a talented streamer. So I think there's some, I don't know. Obviously, you have to do whatever you feel comfortable with, but I think that there's some interest that you could sort of generate in that, and it wouldn't be the kind of thing that was like really high stress, high stakes for you. High wooden stakes maybe. I see. A lot of the times I see, besides Tilted, it's been a while since I've seen Xanos. I haven't seen Zyron in a while. A lot of the older ones like OMG Kelly. A lot of those folks, I don't know if you ever connected. I actually met Kat alive in person once, and I also met OMG Kelly at the same time. But I haven't seen a lot of the sort of super OG crew. Lawkeeper, who is It's Law, who's now Yuto Detenshi. He's been through a few names. I've seen them around. Yeah. I would think, yeah. Red Lear, I don't know that Red Lear, so Red Lear's old school, but I don't think Red Lear, see, back in the day, there was a channel called We Are the Romantics, which I think Kata might know, that was sort of like, and they haven't been on for a long time, but like the OG, original stuff, that was a whole different thing. Like when Kata and I first started doing this, or at least I started doing it following Kata, so Kata did longer than I did. But it was like Lethal Frag, who's still streaming today. But Lethal Frag was like the guy back in the day. And there was obviously Man vs. Game. He's obviously retired now. So, yeah. No! Don't do that, Dragon. I would miss you. And of course, that's right, Darkside Rob. I would miss you the minute you left Dragon Spear. You know that. So there'd be no need to leave because I would just insta-miss. That's how that would go. Xanos was playing something. He was playing something on stream? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I did not know that. I did not know that Xanos, I like the gentleman bastard, Gentleman B, Demiser, like a lot of the old school crew. Some of those I have not seen for a very long time. And Mano I have seen. I have seen Mano still stream on and off once in a while. Yes. Yes, I have. Actually, the first time, interestingly for this chat, the first time I ever played D&D on stream was when I played a game with Kat as a player. And we just did like it was like, I don't even know if we were using Roll20. We might have just been doing Theater of the Mind. I don't even know what we were doing at that time. But that was way back. And now, obviously, come a long way as far as like those games. But yep, and Aminatus. Yep. I remember the cardboard armor, I think, is still sitting somewhere there. Mano got it. I didn't know that Mano went through a divorce. Oh, jeez. You met Mano in real life? No kidding. Yeah, Series Runner. It's been probably 4 or 5 years since I talked to Series Runner. Last I knew, he was at Telltale, but then I think he got laid off with a bunch of people when Telltale did a big like round of layoffs, and I lost touch. I need to try to reach out to him again. I still am a little bit in touch with King Foom, but Foom is a little bit post Kata though. So like this original set of people that I'm talking about there was that period of a couple of years where it was just there was a very intense group of people. I do know our Polar does stop by on occasion. I do see him once in a while. You remember Polar. Oh gosh. And there's like 2 other people now that are slipping my mind. Graydon. I'm trying to think of a few others that are in that group. Yeah, Quenneth. Wow. Polar's yeah. Oh yeah, he always struck me as a good guy. He came to your family barbecue. That's pretty awesome. I have met a few people in person, and I'm now all of a sudden like slipping out of mind. I have like a couple of people that have like I should be remembering and that I've completely forgot. I mean, listen, I only have so much brain space. There's been a lot going on in the last decade, so yeah. And I think Polar went to Japan, I want to say, for a little while, if I'm not mistaken. Um, yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, time goes on, man. Yeah. And most got divorced. Interesting sort of circumstances around all of that. I mean, but it was a kind of an odd time, like when we first got to know each other, and at the time, like it was what 20. I started streaming in 2012, and I started following you and like watching stuff in late 2011. I hadn't even heard of Twitch before that. Like December 2011, I think is when I first joined Twitch, and like that was an odd time, honestly. Like there was it's in the first Obama administration, but there's like all this stuff going. I don't know. It was a strange sort of odd time in terms of like personal relationships. So, and of course Saad, yeah. Well, but Saad I'm still in touch with regularly. So, Kathleen Stack, interesting, Kata. Yeah, Kathleen Stack. Oh man, as they say, I have not thought about Kathleen Stack in a month of Sundays. You were in touch with her a bit. Oh, Saad's doing well. Yeah, Saad's doing well. Saad's just been insanely busy, like just dealing with stuff with, he's got nieces and nephews. He's got work stuff he was dealing with. But he still, checks in with us on Discord here and there, for sure. Actually, we just had a little brief funny exchange last week when I was talking about like everything in Australia trying to kid you joke. So get all the rich fucks playing premiums just in case they need us. Then we almost never have to, operate. Oh, the insurance one, right. No, I never did that. Why not? 6 months of it was insufficient funds, then about a year of procrastination, and then I was just haunted by the math. Explain. I'd saved almost 500 people in that time. How do you dial that down to 0 just to have an easier life? Okay. But Jen's the bleeding heart. Shut up. Yeah, BB Wolf was much later though. That's true, but BB Wolf was sort of in a later stage. The Art Vocalists originally with BB and George Ledoux and folks like that. Still once in a while, sort of touch base on social media or whatever with George. I saw BB actually at Gen Con, I think at Gen Con a few years ago, so. Yeah. No, that would be great, Kat, if you did get back into it. As Tilted says, would love to see you. Would love to see you back in the saddle on doing that again. That would be a lot of fun. And yeah, man, don't be a stranger here either. I mean, like, I stream now basically Tuesdays during the day. So usually from like 12 noon Eastern until about 7 p.m. I stream a few hours here. Then I have an hour break typically, and then I start somewhere between 4 and 4:15 p.m. Eastern over on GOG.com. I've been streaming over on GOG for a while as well, and so I do that on Tuesdays. They run a community D&D group that Tilted is in. Tilted's running all kinds of D&D stuff himself. He's in 2 campaigns. He runs one of his own. But he does community D&D, we call it, over here with Shadowed Mage. And so that's over on this channel. And that usually happens every other Wednesday night, roughly. Then I stream Thursday nights, obviously, like I'm doing today. And then Saturday. So usually for me, it's a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, an occasional Tuesday night, an occasional like special session because of something going on. And then, we have community D&D that we host on Wednesdays. I now have a Sunday, once or twice a month, community D&D with another group that is hosted on my channel. So yeah, if you're able to stop in for any of those things, always love to have you. And same thing. You saw the D&D with Tilted, they were boarding a gondola. Ah ha ha. Yep. You were doing some Call of Cthulhu. Super fun. Super fun to DM. To play where you're just kind of like, well, I lose. Well, I lose again. Well, I lose again. That's cool, though. I know a lot of folks who are Cthulhu fans. Yeah, Tilted's been really great at it. So what was I going to say, Kat, about the, I don't know. Like, the disclaimer is probably what it is. I mean, some of this info is it's gonna come out when it comes out, I guess. But like, I don't know. In the meantime, I think most people are just gonna be interested in like hearing, especially when you're coming in with like woodworking. That's a whole different ball of wax. So. I don't know about this one. Yeah, no, I hear it. Yeah, Kilobyte. Oh, yeah. I still, Echo, I was going to say, I still occasionally get like because he did website work for me, and he had an automatic thing set up that was like an automatic, yeah, let me rewind that. He had an automatic like invoice thing that he did. And so I still get that sometimes. And like that's, yeah, it's tough. What? That's what I was talking about. Wait a second. No. What if I put Death's Door there? Okay. And then no, okay. Well, that's not going to work. Rewind. There we go. All right, what if you go here? Death's Door here. You... Sedative Cocktail. Actually, wait, can you still just Sedative Cocktail yourself? There we go. Okay. Then use Spectral Skull. Great. And... grab the intel, take cover. Oh, it's not enough? Oh. Okay, can I transference me? Yeah. I like it. I like what I see. Yeah. Yeah, he did the Arv intro video. Yeah, I don't know that you would have known. I don't think you would have known Kilobyte. Kilobyte was early, but he wasn't that early. I would say probably the biggest holdovers, the most regular holdovers here are probably, well, you remember E. Parker? Because I did actually meet E. Parker, and actually Parker did a little bit of like editing work even for a podcast that I did. But I would say the only besides that, I haven't seen actually Parker for a while. But the only one besides that I would say would be probably Tilton. Can correct me if I'm wrong, but like I think Tilton and Polar and Law. I mean, definitely Yuto Detenshi, who's now Yuto Detenshi, is around sometimes. So, definitely those are the ones that are sort of around the most from the sort of old the old years, the ancient years. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I need to resurrect. That's not great. It's not great. Yep. Yeah, he was Law, and then it was its Lawkeeper, or it was Lawkeeper, and then it was its Law, and then I don't remember if there was another intermediate phase, and then it was Yuto Detenshi, is what it is now. Oh, a neutralizers thing, huh? Okay, you get the hell out of here, man. Let's go with Zan, who is extremely useful at all times. Last time I saw or talked to or saw Kelly. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not I'm not 100% sure how to answer that. It's a good question. Like, I mean, this may not be right. I think my sense is that enough time has passed that it would probably be okay, but can I tell you that for sure? No. No, I cannot. You know, and I would hate to have you feel like, you know, you're in a, I don't know. I wouldn't want to put you in a weird position, you know, make you feel like you're in a weird spot. So I understand why that you would be a little bit like, wait, I'm not sure. But I don't, I don't know that I can answer that honestly. Like, what am I doing? That's what I'm doing. Okay. There's Jen. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Right. I think, yeah, exactly. That's the cool thing, is that there's not any, like, it's not time sensitive where you like have to figure it out right now. But I do think it's something to think about, because, as you said, like, time continues. And so, there's I guess the issue is, like, for me, there's a lot of good things that I get out of, that I really get out of streaming, emotionally, mentally. I love the community that we've built here, and I feel good about being able to connect with people in this way. And I met a lot of these people in real life, and they're all really awesome people, and this includes you, of course, back in the day. And so, it's the kind of thing where I wouldn't just say, I wouldn't say it in something like, well, maybe someday, and then, years pass and you're like, wait, what happened? But having said that, you don't have to be in a rush to do it either. So yeah, no, you definitely want to be. That's one of the reasons why doing the charity convention and stuff like that I do. I think there is some value in distraction from reality, but I also think that it's important to make people aware of reality, and that's what we try to do here also. Real, tangible real world effects. So, shit, I remember this dream. I thought you were pushed into a death's door. I was. I remember the dream you're having. 2 years ago, I had a weird dream about rezzing myself over and over, but I forgot that we actually talked. Cool. So, no point in me listening to you then, really. Well, unless we want to fuck with the timeline. Okay, in 2 years' time, you're going to operate on a shooting victim named Jaron Wexler. Do the cranial intervention, but don't put the gun down. The semi-cute witch is going to interrupt you before you can res. Don't kill her, but don't get so caught up in her shit that you agree to get shoved into your own death's door 2 weeks later. Yeah, you got it bad. All right, let's end this. Let's say it's been real, but it specifically hasn't. I have, Dragon. Yeah, I mean, we have fulfillment to do. I actually did jury duty today, yeah, we got busy stuff going on over this weekend. I mentioned that my daughter's going to her prom tomorrow, and son's got stuff going on tomorrow. So we have things like that. I have a good friend, really my best friend, is going to be coming over. Is coming with his wife to play games with us for board games and stuff for a lot of Saturday. So that's going to be a good time. And so on. And then next week is going to be chill. It got just some writing basically to do. And then we'll gradually start ramping up as we head towards graduations for the kids. And then moving on towards getting ready for the San Francisco trip. So She's not. She doesn't actually have a date. Echo. She's going to the prom with 3 of her friends. They are going together. So she got her nails done today with my wife, with her mom, and then she's getting her hair done tomorrow, and all that. And she's nervous about it all, but she wanted to be able to do it. So, but no, she does not have. She does not have a date. I am indeed tilted. Yes. I'm going to, I think I talked about this, but yeah, no, there's a, Zach Clay and I are doing a one-day event in San Francisco that is called Role Play by the Bay. And it is going to be take place in the San Francisco Public Library in their main branch. Zach works with a group of teenagers there. And so in the morning, I'm going to be doing an interview, like an AMA type of thing, and then a one-shot D&D adventure in front of a live audience with 3 or 4 Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation scientists, because there are a lot of them out there in the Bay Area. And then in the afternoon, after lunch, Zach is going to be doing a D&D adventure for a group of the teenagers that he works with at that same library. And the whole event is being basically sponsored by the San Francisco Public Library and by the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. And so people, it's going to be available public. I think it's available free to the public, but at least, you'll be able to get tickets easily. And it's happening on Saturday, June 27th. I think they've already posted some stuff about it online. And now that ArvCon is over, I'm going to be starting to promote that. So that's going to be a good time. So yes. But Tilted, are you near the Bay? Are you near the Bay Area? Because I'm already, so far I am meeting, I've met Zach in person many times. Zach has actually stayed at my house. But I am also going to be meeting for the first time Tren Sparks. So I'm going to be meeting Tren for the first time, which I'm looking forward to because I've known him for a long, long time. Sure. Can I hit him? Can I hit him? Can I hit him? Can I hit him? Oh, you know what? There we go. Let's see. Can I Death's Door this? Can I sedative cocktail you? No, that doesn't work. And then can I resurrect you? Oh, I have to rewind, huh? Nope, I have to rewind further than that. Can I not get to them? That's not true. Listen, we've had this discussion before, Dragon. When I used to go to Origins in Columbus, Ohio, which is not wildly far from you, multiple times, I said you should do that. And there's only one con actually in Michigan that would be that is something that I could really kind of probably swing financially, and that would be Confusion. But Confusion is like the worst possible time for me because it is basically the weekend after I start the spring semester, and like the timing on it is just terrible. Like it means that I basically have to start. I'd probably have to miss a class like literally right afterwards and all that. So San Fran's about 2.5 hours away. Really? Oh man. Well, listen. I know you've got a farm to run and all that, Tilted, but I don't know that we would have like a car availability. But I guess what I would say is if no obligation, but if you were to possibly be interested in bringing someone down on that Saturday, it would be a pleasure to meet you and be a pleasure to introduce you to the fam. And it would be a pleasure. I mean, you already know Zach, but it would be a pleasure to be like, hey, here's Zach in person. But it's probably, it's a Saturday, so I don't know. Farms are, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So it probably doesn't matter. But, I don't think I could get out to you because I wouldn't have a car is the problem. But, hey. Listen, he makes, Tilted has, I have had some of the jam from his family farm, and I'm here to tell you that stuff is legit. Oh, is there a way? I can't believe. Could I go this way? That's fair, Dragon. It's seasonal produce. Raspberries and blackberries. It's Saturday. It's Saturday, June 27th. And also, 2.5 hours is not minor, dude. So I also understand that. I was just sort of like, hey, not that far, not impossibly far. Echo, that was at the not the Monroe, the Sherwood Diner. The Sherwood Diner is near one of my car maintenance streams, where they have their own jam and stuff like that. I don't know what I meant to do. Okay, so they're gonna resurrect. Yeah, no. That's no good. That is no bueno. We don't want that. Okay. I knocked out 2 of them. This feels really silly to do that. No, this doesn't work. I have not bought more since that first opening salvo. Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, no, I get it. Like I said, I'm aware that, I'm aware the farm thing is like a full-time deal. So I totally get it. Why can't you get to them? Yeah, no, I totally get it. I don't know how to keep them from rezzing that guy. Wait a minute. What if she does this? What if she goes like this? What if she goes here? She rezzes you. No. I don't know how to keep these guys from... I'm going to go to the beginning of the turn and do this again. I don't love doing that, but I have to figure this out. So... breach here. Okay. So you... Death's Door. Right there. You go there. And you... Death's Door here. And you... go there. Why can't I get to you? So irritating. Because the problem is those medics, I can't... Is there any reason to... Actually, wait a minute. What if, instead of doing that, what if I Spectral Sculled you? Okay, and then if I Transference you, and you got hit instead, and then I Spectral Sculled. Oh no, that doesn't work. I don't think I can do it. what's up, Gary and Kellis? Yeah, they do. It's a big function actually of the game to be able to sort of know where you're going and whatever. Okay, so. This little toughie right here. I'm going to have to let them come out. It's not, you know. Yeah, it's very, very cool. The sort of setup for this is interesting. A little bit shadow running, as was pointed out before. And wow, it's late. I just saw. That's fine. I will, because this is the last scenario in this mission. So after we wrap this one up, I will wrap up myself. I don't know that there's anything else I can do here. Can you... If I throw... Okay, if I move up here... No, it doesn't do anything. I was wondering if it might actually, like... Okay. All right, I did that. So now he's going to resurrect the mage. That's okay. That's okay. I'll take that. I was trying to do. Okay, so who has a mistake, boys? I'm going to call that a mistake. I'll take that. I didn't get all through the things, but anyway. I'm sorry to hear that you're... I'm doing okay. Sorry that you're stressed from school, though. I get it. Believe me, I've been there. Zone 5 of 5 clear. You've been toying around with a speculative... we give them a better target than the res. Not really, because that's their thing that they're obligated to do, but that's okay. Like, those are just, like, actual sort of additional optional things. Complete Bank's Anxiety Dream. Unique perk acquired. If falling through your own Eldritch portal into a nightmare dimension and meeting your own dream self from the past teaches you anything, it's this. How to teleport a guy. Create a portal beneath anyone to send them tumbling out of an existing death's door. Oh, we got some portal stuff going on. Death's floor. Interesting. Only school had no deadlines and I could rewind until I figure it out. Yeah, no kidding. Good job, Banksy. Oh, hey, Zan. That's pretty sweet that worked out that way. Toying around with the speculative sci-fi concept book writings. Have you? What do you got, Kata? How's it been? Like, what are you doing? How did it go with Liv? Yeah, give me some perks. Yeah, let's go. All right, we got a perk point to spend. All right, so this is where you up the ante here. +1 use per encounter is very useful. Victim is an enemy that gain 1 unsteady. No. +1 use. Targets also take 1 damage. That's interesting. I like that, but that's not... Spectral Skull doesn't get enough use is the problem. I mean, it does get used, but not enough that the big head thing would matter. The +1 use per encounter, though, would be nice. I think this, although I'm tempted to do the sedative cocktail, which I use a lot. But, okay, doll, what about you? Rampage 2. Charge it to target. Yeah, I needed this wall mode. That was super useful. I like the swap with objects, but that's not useful. The +2 damage, you have to be right next to them. This is the thing that matters. So the momentum, if you travel these 3 tiles, inflict +3 knockback. Right here, being able to just charge around the map is clutch. Mostly just concept and progression, few written sections with dialogue, etc. Mostly character intros. Seductive cocktail. Might as well take my medicine. Yeah. Had an epic dream and woke up and knew I needed to pursue it a bit. Yeah. Listen, when you get something like that, you got to go, as you know, you got to go with it, man. +1 sedative. Yeah, corrosive was definite. Frost fingers. After the vial deals damage, apply 1 brittle to them. Has to deal damage, though. Targeting open ground within 3 tiles. Pulls you towards it. Target a teammate, no. The only thing about a rabid dog, the rabbit bite thing, is that it only goes once per turn, or once per encounter, rather. But the +1 sedative is nice. Losing this much health each turn. Because this, you actually have to do damage. I think +1 sedative is where it's at. All right. Confirmed. All right. Do we get any confidence? Okay, you're still sitting with that. I love that still. Still sitting with that. I wish I could trade because I don't need him to have any more than that. She still needs 2 more confidence. She got 1. She needs 2 more confidence to get this one, which is the best outfit. I still think these all suck. I don't know what the Ascender is, but I want to get enough to get a Scrapper or a Broadwave. It's just hard to get hers. And he hasn't been able to get 1 confidence to get this freaking baller outfit right here. Man. All right. So... Oh, this is the end of Act 3. Oh, well. Okay, so we're moving into Act 4, which is the final act. Because we had a few of them there. Okay. Let's move on, and we're going to save it as soon as we get to this next spot. Hey, what's up, Sonny Boy? I do. Resistance Hideout, a lot of rezzing later. I do play... games like this. I played Shadowrun, which is in this genre. I tried XCOM, although I wasn't great at it, and it got frustrating for me. I love the Heroes of Might and Magic games, which are tactically based. I played Fights in Tight Spaces, which I thought was kind of cool. So yes, I would. My favorite genre is RPGs. Like my favorite kind of game to play are role-playing games. But I do like adventure games, and I do like strategy games that have story with them, especially ones that have some kind of tactical thing where it doesn't feel like incredibly overwhelming. And so I definitely like that also. I love the Shadowrun games from Harebrained are great. All right, let's get through this, and then we're going to put it in save. Well, that was fucking rough. Oh, shit. You just died. I went to the death dimension and heard myself make a pun. I know why Liv's sick. Now that I've seen her up close, the bloodshot eyes, bleeding fingernails, dry voice, I've seen it before. She isn't just destroying mana, she's using it. Yep. Why? She already has craft. Didn't say. Figured she might be losing it. She was. At night in Jodassa, she was slow. She never relied on me like that before. Did I play Claire Obscure? You've been playing a lot of these lately? Yeah, no, for sure, Sonny Boy. I like games that are in this ballpark when they have this kind of vibe, for sure. I did not, Kat. Claire Obscure, I think it's just, subject matter is a little bit not what I want to deal with, honestly, at the moment anyway. So, nothing against the game. I've heard good things about it. Although I don't love Persona-esque combat, and that it does look a lot like Persona-esque combat to me. That's the only thing. But I've heard good things. Although, also a little nervous about the Gen AI usage. Although I understand they said it was just placeholders and everything, but it's seductive. You do not want to start going down that path. And I'm very anti-Gen AI. So, but I've heard many good things about it. So, one of the best games you ever played. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things. I wouldn't surprise me. I thought it was just an off night, but Liv didn't have off nights. Now she's faster than ever, and she's learned false prophet. We're calling it live and let die. To live and let die. Boom, boom. That's like nothing in her spell set. Reactor gave her some half-baked vape gizmo. Does shit to the mana. Choose what you unlock when you juice. Fucks you up just the same, mind. Guessing that's a harder fix. Yeah, exactly. That's the question. They said not for very long, but why, you know? That would be why she took me. Why she made me kill her. My craft takes her body back an hour. It didn't just cure the symptoms I was setting her back to before she ever took it. She'd be clean. All the power and none of the consequences. Yeah, I buy this as a Liv Kennedy strat. Well, she's got consequences now. These are symptoms of repeated use. I knew a guy in college who juiced. By the time he looked like Liv, he was gone. Didn't care about anything else. You ever unlock? He got strength one time, punched down the back wall of the Union Bar. He never got it back even when he used. Broke every bone in his hands trying. Excuse me if I don't shed a tear for my captor's road to recovery, but I'm not on a mission to throw her an intervention. I came here to take her down. If she's still using, she's lost her reset button. She's on borrowed time. Yeah, there you go, Gary. Next time we fight, I'm not taking a dive. We don't stop putting her down till she can't get back up. Zan? Your call. Okay. I need to get all this down. Hey, Ryan, can we move you to our team? Don't answer that I'm doing it. Okay. So let's see. Come on and get down with the sickness. Now we get to click the last few pieces into place. What's left her shaking? Caused by... Whoops, nope. That. Which was... Okay, right. Those are all those connections, yeah. 2 connections left to make. Details, details, details. Details, details. Planning a coup. Oh, what is it? Metal. Planning a coup at Metal. Right, okay. Exposed motives of. Planning a coup caused by. There's got to be another one of those arrows somewhere. One more like this. All right, sounds good, Kata. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by again, dude, and all best as always. Planning a coup. We will probably all die. This is cool, but I need to make one more connection. Where is the last connection? So Liv's not just sick, she's in mono withdrawal. Okay, what does that have to do with anything? Sounds good, man. All right. What I need to figure this last part out. Caused by what? Caused by... Maybe it's... Hey, that all makes sense to me. No rush if you want to rearrange or go over the details, though. Okay. Woo. Confusing, but we got there. Yeah, there's a lot of... So I also, Gary, am not a fan. I don't swear much myself. I don't love it in games. I find, or movies or anything, I find like constant F-bombs to be annoying and to be off-putting. And it's like, you know, we have a incredibly, you know, broad language if you're using the language of English. So why would you want to focus on 7 words within it and only those 7? But I will say, I think this is a bit much, but not overwhelming. I have seen games that have just like the freaking never stops. But I do understand a little bit about why they do it in here, at least theoretically. But there is sort of this belief sometimes that mature writing involves a lot of like profanity, and that's not true. So I'm with you. I think they could dial it back like 50%, but I don't think it's disastrously overmuch, in my opinion. And like, that's just your opinion, man. Yeah. I was just saying that when Big Boss came in. That's so funny. What's up, Boss? Guess we're going to metal. What's next for you, doll? We're going dark for a while. We want to give that bombshell time to hit home before he asks the centrist dads to do anything about it. Chapel are already in a damage control frenzy. There's no way you can mobilize in metal anytime soon. Hopefully ever. We're careful about hope. You guys have been an edge on our blade we weren't counting on, right when we needed to cut deep. In a fight like this, I can't tell you how that felt. So if you need some more gristle to jam in Reactor's meat grinder, I'm yours for a week. How can I help? I'm glad you asked. Oh, you want like an actual task. I thought we were just going to fade out. Can you get us on a boat to metal, please? 2, Act 3. Act 4, Counter Heist. Cargo ship to metal across the Jodassa Strait. This contact of yours, they know the right people in metal? They're tight with the militia brass, yeah, but Medill and Militia is cagey as fuck. You met through the Druids? Did the odd collab. Militia wants a ticket punched out of state. Shrub mobs got reach. Sometimes my blower rings. So you're not actually mafia. Maid? Nah, strictly contract. One family was one too many. Heard Druids and metal don't get a choice. There's pressure on the North Coast, no doubt. You cast anything planty, anything beastie, they're at your door with a rose and a 45. Oh my god. But they like to get you young. Lean on your folks. I was 21 when I unlocked. No folks, no door, wasn't looking to belong. You ever cross paths with the Wexlers? Sure, big players in the North Coast mob. Ever met Jiren? Remind me. Shortish blonde guy. Oh, that like real ratty looking motherfucker. I wasn't going to be a dick about it, but yeah. Like that real greasy, creepy rat. Yeah, like we don't need multiple rat F. We get the idea. We've established identity. You can lay off him now. Yeah, I liked him. Good laugh. Terrible dancer. How's he doing? He's dead. Oh. Downer. How? I shot him in the head. The F did you do that for? He was a patient. And what, you forgot step 2? Jen interrupted me, called the cops before I could close up. That's how we met. Why are you telling me? I thought maybe you could let the family know. What's good? My maid executed your son? That it was an accident, in a sense. That's a tough sell, Doc. I could chuck you their digits if you want to take a whack at it, though. Back in Libley, that was Thistlekiss, right? She knows her poisons. Yeah, it's a bit cliche, but it fit the bill. Kennedy wanted slow and subtle, skip the old man's craft. Ever tried Batracha toxin? Oh, huge fan. Too quick for the Laboli job, but for lethality, forget about it. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't see it more. I always wanted to res a bat case, but every poisoning I get, it's thallium or digitalis. Oh, rookie gack. That shit's curable. Exactly. It's like I can raise the dead. This guy has what is fundamentally a stomach ache. What are we doing here? Get on the bat train, amateurs. No antidote might be my 2 favorite words. Actually, they're seeing promising results with tetrodotoxin derivatives now. No. For fuck's sake, can you Stitchers leave a good thing well enough alone? We just get carried away, I guess. Where's the meat? Supply train leaves Red Sands at 8 sharp. We pile in the last car. Moss and her crew meet us there. Anything hinky, we're off at the next stop. No hard cheese. If everything's copacetic, we ride it all the way south. Shiv live, quick victory parade, back in time for last call. You really are new here, huh? Militia supply train, southbound. Ryan, thanks for coming. Okay. So that's great. So, this is good. We're into the final act. Hopefully 2 more sessions of this, I would think, is what we're looking at. And I have played, now I have played almost 15 hours of this. What am I doing on these achievements? Let's see. Resistance, 28.1%. What's my rarest one? $35.5. Complete room breach in 1 turn. 6-shooter hits 6 enemies with a single spectral skull. 18.4% of players have this achievement. There you go. Thin Ice, add +5 bonus brittle damage to a single attack. 15.3% of players have this achievement. I think that's the rarest one, is that one right there. But I'm enjoying this a lot. This is good. And we will be, as I say, probably another 5 to 6 hours, 20, 21 hours maybe. But it's good stuff. I have enjoyed this. And actually, I would have gone even faster if I had realized that that dream thing wasn't how you get the perk. You just go through the missions and then you're going to make it there. And I did not realize that, so that's my bad. This is my broomstick. Now, I swear, the next one of you primates even touches my... Yeah. All right, chat. Well, this was a good time. Had a solid turnout this evening, and yeah, we are closing in on the end of this game, which I have definitely been enjoying. And I took a little bit of a break to do some Magic the Gathering in there too, so it was good times. But that is going to do it for me. If you liked what you saw and heard, I hope you will follow the channel. I hope you will check out my YouTube at !ArvTube. Please subscribe to me over there. That is always appreciated. Free for you to do that, but really helps us out. Discord is !ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. As you can see, we are a friendly bunch. Blue Sky, !ArvSky, where you can sort of follow the microblogging platform of choice at the moment for me. Website for this, arvanelleron.com. Financially, !ArvShop. That's the merchandise area with cool swag for you and for the channel. We're going to be adding another bit or two of that actually over the next couple of months. !Arvtreon is the Patreon sitting right there. We've had some new members jump on board, and we've actually had one paid member come on board within the last few days. That's awesome. Hopefully you folks will join with that person, because you can get some cool stuff there, unique stuff for you, and stuff that helps the channel. And we will be making some adjustments to that Patreon to get it caught up to date a little bit as well soon. Also, subscribing to the channel gets you those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch, and that is always valuable as well. We appreciate that very much. Plus, you can get, again, inspirations to help tabletop players throughout the month, too. On the publishing front, Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts, Library, that's my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and source book from Alligator Alley Entertainment, and Greyshade is my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, available from Athos Arts, critically acclaimed, award-winning. You can get that there. You can get the audiobooks of Greyshade Renegade and Heretic from our very own Trent Sparks at that link, and you can get you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade from our very own Brandon O'Brien, available from Alligator Alley, right at that link as well. Greyshade for that too. And as always, BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And send the message, we'll do it for others in this situation in the future. Also, much love to the people of Minnesota, specifically Minneapolis, the people of Memphis, people who are battling, people in Newark right now who are battling that facility, who are battling against federal occupation and the rise of fascism. And we are winning. The tide is turning, albeit slowly, but it is turning. We got to keep it up, and we see you doing what you're doing. Much love, good thoughts, and all that kind of good stuff to you folks as well. I want to thank everyone who made this an awesome stream tonight. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Dragon Spear, Prince Justin, Tilted Gaming, the best mods in the business. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and subscribers, Dragon, Prince Justin, Tilted, Echo Alpha, Nonstop, Big Boss, Big Red. Thank you so much for that. And thank you to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Butthurt. Thank you to Selin, to Cicero. Thank you to Esoteric Delight. Thank you to Gary and Kellis, to Jagtris, to Light and Passion. What's up, Light? Thank you to Mrs. Dunsel, who of course is a sub hanging out there. Thank you to Rick, and thank you to Sunny Boy. Thanks everyone for being here. I will see you folks on Saturday night for some D&D with viewers, although there is a little bit of me that wants to keep playing this game. But we're going to try to do some Up the Beanstalk today, which should be a good time. And so on Saturday, I should say, when I get there. So we'll do that. And then next week should be able to wrap up, hopefully, Tactical Breach Wizards and get ready for the next big one, which is going to be 007 First Light, because I'm looking forward to trying that too. But otherwise, thank you everyone for being here. We'll finish up Tactical Breach Wizards soon. And as always, everyone, much love. Everyone be good to each other. And I'll see you soon. I'll see you folks soon. Have a good night. Ha!